Alright, guys and girls, welcome back to another quick video. Statistic breakdown of the COVID vaccines since 2020 and all this kind of stuff, all the way up to now, which would be the 13th. Actually, from the date that it was given, so it'd be Saturday the 12th, Friday the 11th, so it'd been about Friday the 11th of June, 2 days going back, when the statistics actually kicked in. So there's actually, the numbers are starting to show about the COVID, about the vaccines, about the rates and all this kind of stuff. It's very technical, but I was actually right on the last episode that I've just uploaded not long ago about the statistics globally, about the population, the whole population of our planet that had been vaccinated at a 7.6 billion. Well, from 2019 it was 7.6 billion people on this planet. Now, I don't know how many there is at the moment in 2021, because the population's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the more people getting here, the more the more pandemic, the more viruses start spreading out, and then suddenly more people die. That means there's going to be a lot less than 7 point. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it only started back in 2019, around about November 2019, when this whole sort of pandemic started. And then, like December, roughly around about December 2020, they started rolling out the vaccines to everybody and all that. Now, up to this point being 13th of June or the 11th of June or whatever, it seems to be not many people being vaccinated. It's like a big fail on the government themselves. And I'm going to show you the statistics breakdown. So I'm going to have to bring this little thing here. I'm going to have to bring that around. And just like lift that up so you can actually see my desktop and all that. So if I put this over the top a minute, I've just been reading up the statistics on it. Globally, there's actually less than, and I did say there was less than 10% of the population being vaccinated. And actually, I'll tell you what, guys and girls, I was spot on, because I said between 5 and 10%. Now, I was almost close to that point. And you're going to see the statistics now. So this here is all the countries that have been vaccinated or had their doses and all that. It doesn't tell you about their second doses, but I presume it would be all doses given, fully vaccinated, unless that's the second doses are the fully vaccinated ones. But I was actually a bit wrong on the doses given, because I said about 1 billion. But apparently, the statistics here is 2.26 billion, which, don't forget, has to be shared out between the double doses and single doses, depending on what they're being given. If it's AstraZeneca or the Pfizer or whatever, the Johnson & Johnson's. But this was last updated 2 days going back. Vaccinations by location from Our World in Data. So Our World in Data, coronavirus 19 vaccinations, research data, and established. So this is. So where is this actually? Ernest Wooden. So where is this actually being categorized then? So it doesn't tell you. This it says statistics and research. Oxford Martin School. So this is actually in Oxford. So the same people that tried to take, or actually did take, the Queen's picture down to do with Oxford. So I don't know if it's the same thing place, but Oxford is actually the UK. So right, so apparently 15th of December 2020, at least one dose of 28,500. Fully vaccinated, nil. That was back in December the 15th. And then going all the way up to now, you're looking at 555,471,561 fully vaccinated, which turned out to be 5.8%. But this is, don't forget, this is globally. And that went up to 5.9%. So that went up to 459,688,374. And then that's fully, that's on one dose, at least one dose. So some of them are not even on their second dose. A lot of them are not on their second dose. Doses given 2.26 billion, 480 million fully vaccinated. Percent of population vaccinated 6.2%. This is actually real world global statistic. So China, we don't know how many they've been vaccinated. We know they've been given doses of 879 million, but fully vaccinated, nothing, no results on that. No results on 0% or the percent of population fully vaccinated. Nothing on them. United States, we have 308 million doses given. 143 million fully vaccinated. Less than 50% of the population, or in of population fully vaccinated in the United States, about 43.6%, so that's less than 50%, and actually more than 50% that haven't been vaccinated. So it seems to be more people either not wanting the vaccine, or they've just not been given into maybe some like lower areas, or maybe some places where they can't get to. India has 246 million doses given, 46.5 million fully vaccinated, which is not very much anyway considering the population in India. And percent of the population fully vaccinated 3.4% in India. So Brazil, you're looking at 11.2%. with 23.5 million fully vaccinated. Brazil, 76.8 million doses given. But United Kingdom, if you look at the United Kingdom, we've actually got 70.7 million doses given. 29.5 million fully vaccinated. Which we've got, was it 69 million in our country? In the UK, might be even more than that now. And we still haven't even closed off the borders as well. And coming towards the 21st of June, which will be probably next week, the 21st of June, I think we're going to be back in lockdown by then, guys and girls. At the rate of these statistics here, I think we're going to be back in lockdown. Probably for an extra 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. Because the rates are going that, especially with this new variant. And also, what's this, percent of the population vaccinated, you're looking at 44.2%. And actually, I was kind of gobsmacked. If you go straight down here, we've got Germany at 25.7%. That's actually less than actually just slightly, not even 30%. Not even 30% of the population in their country have been fully vaccinated. 24.4 million fully vaccinated, but that's like 25.7% of the countries that have been vaccinated. So still a lot. So say 30. So it's more than 70%. More than 70% of Germany hasn't been vaccinated. France, oh my God, France is even worse. I mean, you're almost looking at 80, 79% of France hasn't been like vaccinated. Italy at 23.1%. These are actually real statistics, by the way. So you can actually check them out yourself just by putting how many people globally have been vaccinated, and they come up with these statistics. You can find everything on there about it. Russia, 9.9%. Jesus, Russia has had less than 10% fully vaccinated. What? That is actually bad globally. I mean, the percent globally has been sort of less than 10%. And Indonesia, they even had 5% of like the population fully vaccinated. Less than 5%. So 0.7% off 5%. You're looking at Chile, which is, man, oh my God, there's a lot of countries that are not actually sort of going by it, but 5.8% for South Korea. They've not been, so you're still looking at around 94% of South Korea not been like vaccinated, or even that. I mean, I presume that's what it means anyway. Population fully vaccinated. So yeah. So basically, these ones maybe either they've not had, either had their first dose or not had their dose at all with the high rates. That's why it's so low. Some of these countries. Then we've got Australia at 2.7%. Well, I would gather that because a lot of the Australians don't seem to be wanting to be vaccinated. And obviously, when we first had it, Australia sort of closed their borders off, so they didn't let people in. So they did a good job at the time by not actually allowing people to come into the country. But then we heard, was it New Zealand and all these other places in Australia started getting the COVID and stuff. So, and I thought Australia was supposed to be closing their country down until 2023, 24. But really, we should be closing all the borders off in the UK. Stop anybody going in or out of the country. Then we've got Egypt, which is 0. Actually, it's 95%. Actually, not even. No, 99. Yeah, 99.9.5%. So actually, no, 99.05% that have actually not been vaccinated by the looks of it. This is actually really bad. And if we go down to Cuba, 3.6%. I wonder if there's anyone's actually less than 0.1%. Algeria. No statistics on that as well. Jesus. And they've given 2.5 million doses, but there's no statistics on it. Nigeria, 0.1%. Holy. So it's like 99.99% that haven't been sort of vaccinated. That is disgusting. Costa Rica. Bahrain. Bahrain, I don't know where that is. Where is Bahrain actually? Where is that? 52.4. So they're more than 50% vaccinated. So at least they're doing their part, at least vaccinating people. Oh, no. Hang on. Right, so if I go back here a minute. So there's a lot of countries. I mean, France, I would have guessed anyway they weren't going to get fully vaccinated themselves and all that. Morocco. Peru. Is that Shanghai, Singapore? Malaysia. Malaysia. So that's at 4.1% that have been vaccinated in their country. Mongolia, 50.9%. So they're doing some good stuff as well. More than 50%. But there's a lot of countries that are not even reached 0.1% vaccinations on that. Vietnam, 0. Well, I would have guessed as well with that. Vietnam, 0.1%. Angola, 1.4%. Jesus. Zimbabwe. Is that South Africa? I don't know. Is that like one of the states in South Africa? Zimbabwe, I think might be. I'm not too sure because I'm not too sure on some of these like South African continent countries, or not countries, more like sort of areas. New Zealand at 5.6%. Fully vaccinated. Afghanistan 0.4%. Palestine 5%. So there is a lot of countries. Luxembourg 26%. My God, the statistics are really low on some of these countries. Trinidad, Tobago. French Polynesia. I have no idea where that is. Is that Poland or something? There's a lot of countries that I've heard before, but oh, Gibraltar, 99% of Gibraltar has been vaccinated by the looks of it. Has it been vaccinated? 99%. 0% of the population, percent of population fully vaccinated. So you're looking at 99% of Gibraltar. Yemen. Somalia, 0.1%. I'm actually really surprised at the whole sort of, what's this, St. Helen Ascension and Tristan da Cunha, wherever that is, but it's got a British flag, and that doesn't sound British. St. Helena Ascension, unless that's another part of the UK thing. But yeah, that's pretty much all of it, guys and girls. That's like all the countries so far, and every single country globally, it works out at 6.2%. So that is a lot less than what we've actually been given to other countries. Right, let me go back in a minute. Alright. Alright, let's display. Right, so what do you guys and girls think at looking at these statistics? Do you think that's pretty bad at the amount of vaccines that have been given throughout since December of, I mean, obviously you could say we've done quite a lot in like sort of since December 2020, but also, and so now from December, January, February, March, April, May, June, so 6 months, around 6 months, less than 6 months, we've got all these vaccines out, but it still seems to be around 6.2%. So are they done enough? Are they been doing enough to get a 6.2% out, or do you think they should be? They could have done a lot more globally, and also some of these other local areas where they couldn't get to in the first place. It just seems like there's not much going on really on it. But I don't know. I think 2.26 billion is still not a lot. It's still not a lot, especially, I mean, it says doses given, but don't forget, out of those doses, some of them are getting double dosed up, or they're getting a single dose. That depends, and they have to spread them out to other countries as well. and give them to other countries. And I don't know what's going on at the moment, but if this is actually true statistics there, and if that's all properly legit statistics on that website, within those 2 days, I think that's pretty fucking bad at 6.2%. So we're not getting anywhere near herd immunity anytime soon. And obviously this new virus that's spreading now, it could be getting even more worse. It could actually mutate into an even more deadlier virus. Because at the moment, was it called Delta or something? I don't know if that's the new one that's come out or something. The Indian variant. But I don't know. It's one of those things. I think the government should be doing more. Like closing the borders down at least. Stop people, idiots, going to other countries at the moment to go on holidays and stuff. People are selfish at the moment. And then we've got people going into pubs. And I keep saying yes about pubs all the time. And that's where it starts as well. It starts in people going to pubs or going to meet their friends or giving them a hug or going to sports events. And it's absolutely really bad. And also, yeah, sports events. And it's like today I was watching that England versus Croatia, guys and girls, right? Because they got the football match on. The Euros started back up again after, because last year they didn't put them on last year because of the pandemic. So they've kind of put it on this year because next year is supposed to be the World Cup. It's supposed to be like 2 years between each other or something. Every 2 years between each other. And what really annoyed me today is the amount of people I saw in the audience, even though they've got a lot less seats in that stadium, in that football stadium today. I've actually noticed that when you see these whole people standing up right next to each other with no masks on because they think they've been vaccinated, or they know they've been vaccinated and they think they can get away with it, and then suddenly next 2 days they get taken ill again or start spreading the viruses around, and next minute they come back on the plane, they feel all right the day after before, and then they get back on. A couple of days later they're feeling ill, and then we're back in the lockdown again. And I think by June the 21st, guys and girls, we're going to be back in lockdown 4.0 again. And I think the economy is just going to slope even worse down then. And I think more people are going to be in hospital by then. And by the looks of the statistics here, we're 6.2% of the population, which is like 93.8%. 93.8% of the population that hasn't been vaccinated. So it goes to show. See, my numbers are really good. I like my numbers or not. 93.8%. Almost 94% of the planet globally hasn't been vaccinated. I'm great with numbers. Anyway, guys and girls, cheers for watching. If you have got any questions on here, let us know what you think actually of this whole statistics thing, because the numbers are starting to show now, and it's kind of scary at this point in time, because if 93.8% of the population hasn't been vaccinated and there's only 6.2%, then it seems a lot. 6.2% to some people would sound, oh yeah, well that's still quite a lot of people at 6.2%. Well, no, not really. Not if you're trying to do herd immunity and trying to herd them all up and then get everybody to have the virus or whatever, so that way we can eradicate this whole pandemic fully and then get everyone back to normal life. No, that is still not a lot. It's still got 93.8% that haven't been vaccinated, so that is still kind of dangerous to that point. But what can you do? But let us know in the comments below, guys and girls, what you think about it. But cheers for watching. It is Sunday the 13th of June 2021, and it is 6:26. I'm just trying to put all the statistic facts on here so you guys can go see it for yourself. But I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers for watching. See you soon.